Hi people, it's me Anja, my pronouns are she and her, and welcome back to my channel for a new video. Please remember to donate to Palestine and stay educated and stay informed. So yeah, I'm so excited to film today's video because I love talking about Asian books, because I love reading about Asian characters, because if you didn't know, I'm half Asian and I'm also half black, in case you were wondering. So anyway, first book on this list is called I'll Be the One. This book is absolutely so good. It's a YA contemporary following a young Korean plus-size girl who wants to become the first plus-size K-pop star, and she's also bisexual. This book is absolutely so fantastic. It was one of my favorites of 2020, and it was absolutely so good. This book is so fantastic because, first of all, the main character is such a wonderful, well-developed, distinct main character, and I really enjoyed reading from her voice. Second of all, the romance was so fluffy and it was so cute and it was so well developed. Her love interest is also bisexual, so we love to see it. Third of all, the plot was so intriguing and it was so thrilling. This book is literally so well done, and I'm so excited to read more books from this author in the future because her writing is so well done and it's so exquisite. So with that, I would highly recommend this book. The next book on this list is called Summer Bird Blue. This book is a YA contemporary following a young girl who's sent to live in Hawaii with her aunt after her younger sister dies. This book is absolutely so fantastic. This book features questioning Aro Ace representation in the main character, so we love to see it. I think I said this recently, but I personally prefer reading about characters who are questioning their sexuality rather than characters whose sexualities are already established. I don't really know why, but anyway, this book is literally so good. Akemi Bowman is literally a genius. Her writing is so magnificent and it's so fantastic and it's just so good. The way that she develops characters, the plot, the world building, this book is so good. This book is literally so underrated and it deserves so much more hype. This book is so fantastic. It is so awesome and it's so well done. The plot, the characters, the grief, the world building, this book is so good. So yeah, there is a trigger warning for grief in this book, which I should have mentioned at the beginning of this review, but anyway, this book is literally so good. It's so fantastic and it's so well done. So with that, I would highly recommend it because this book is so magnificent. The next book on this list is called Last Night at the Telegraph Club. This book is a YA historical fiction book following a young Chinese lesbian in the 1950s. This book is absolutely so fantastic and it's so well done. First of all, I loved how the author talked about both the racism and the homophobia that happened during the 1950s, because I think that is so important and it's so timely because it still happens to this day, unfortunately. Second of all, the plot was so intriguing and the world building was so well done and it was so well researched. Third of all, the romance was so well developed and it was so awesome. Fourth of all, the main character is such a lovely, well developed, distinct main character, and I was so emotionally attached to her, and I was so emotionally invested in everything that was happening in this book. This book deserves all of its hype and so much more because it's absolutely so fantastic and it's so magnificent and it's so good. I had really low expectations for this book because I think that I had rated this author's previous book 2 stars. I don't remember which book it was, but anyway, I had really low expectations before going into this book, but this book definitely exceeded those expectations, and that's why this book deserves all of its hype and so much more because it's absolutely so fantastic and it's so magnificent, and with that, I would highly recommend it. The next book on this list is called The Never Tilton World. This book is YA fantasy and it follows 4 distinct perspectives as they all try to work together and try to save the broken world. Of the 4 distinct perspectives, all of them are Asian, 2 of them are sapphic, 1 of them is disabled, and we love to see it. All of the main characters in this book are so fantastic, and they're so well developed, and they're all so distinct. This book deserves so much more hype. It is so underrated. The sequel was also really good. This book is the first in a duology, so we love to see it. This book is absolutely so fantastic. The plot was so intriguing, and it was so action-packed, and it was so fast-paced. I feel like the synopsis of this book is quite vague, but I feel like that you need to know little to nothing about this book before you start reading it, because then you will enjoy it so much more. You know what I mean? Anyway, the plot was so intriguing, and it was so fast-paced, and it was so action-packed. The world building was so inventive, and it was so immersive, and it was so well done. Third of all, like I said, the characters were so well developed and so distinct and so wonderful. This author is literally so talented because their writing is so well done. So with that, I would highly recommend this book because this book deserves so much more hype. The next book on this list is called Meet Cute Diary. This book is a YA contemporary following a young, transgender, triracial gay guy whose idea of a perfect relationship is shattered by his first one. This book is absolutely so fantastic. So if you didn't know, the main character, like I said, is triracial. So he's a third Japanese, a third white, and a third Afro-Caribbean. So we love to see it. This book is so fantastic, and it absolutely deserves all of its hype and so much more. This book literally has it all. It has a great, intriguing plot. It has a wonderful, lovely, wholesome, fluffy, happy romance. It has great, well-developed, distinct, wonderful characters. It has fake dating. This book is so good. It is so awesome, and it's so well done. The representation is top-notch. We love to see it. This book deserves all of its hype and so much more because it's absolutely so fantastic, and it's so well done. This author is literally so talented, and I'm so excited to read more from them in the future because this book is absolutely so good. It is so happy and wholesome and fluffy and just so cute, and with that I would highly recommend it. The next book on this list is one that I mentioned 2 weeks ago in a different video, and it is Darius the Great is Not Okay. This book is a YA contemporary following a young boy who's half Iranian and half American, and he's never felt enough of either of those two races, and he's also gay, and this book follows him as he makes a trip to Iran for the very first time, and going there kind of challenges his racial identity, if that makes any sense. This book is so good. It's absolutely so fantastic, and I can definitely see why this book resonates with so many biracial readers out there. I will say that it doesn't resonate with me in that aspect, because I've never really felt like I wasn't enough of either of my two racial identities. You know what I mean? But this isn't about me. This book is literally so good. This author is so talented, and I'm so excited for his next book, Kiss and Tell, next year, because that sounds so amazing. But again, this review isn't about his next book. It's about this one. This one is so good. This author's writing is so well done, and it's so eloquent, and it's so exquisite. The characters were so well developed. This book also has mental health representation because the main character also has depression, so we love to see it. This book is so good. It has it all. It has great mental health and sexuality representation. It had a great intriguing plot. It had a great awesome world. This book is so good, and it deserves so much more hype. So with that, I would highly recommend it, even though my review for this book is kind of all over the place. But anyway, this book is so good, and like I said, I highly recommend it. The last book on this list, but certainly not the least, is called Love and Other Natural Disasters. This book is a YA contemporary following an Asian lesbian, and she gets hired to fake date this other girl to make the other girl's ex jealous, but she wants the fake dating to be real dating. So, this book is absolutely so good. This is another book that deserves all of its hype and so much more, and also it exceeded my very low expectations. Like Last Night at the Telegraph Club, I've read previous books by this author that I didn't really enjoy, so I wasn't expecting to absolutely really enjoy this book. The romance in this book is so well developed, and it's so fluffy, and it's so cute. The plot was so intriguing, and the main character is such a wonderful, well-developed, lovely, distinct main character, and I was so emotionally attached to her. I really liked her as a character. So yeah, this book is absolutely so fantastic, and it's so fluffy, and it's so happy, and it's so cute, and it's so wholesome, and it's so well done. This book absolutely deserves all of its hype and so much more because it's so good. So with that, I would highly recommend it. So, in conclusion, please remember to stay educated and stay informed and donate to Palestine. If you enjoyed this video, please don't hesitate to give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below the sunset emoji if you made it all the way to the end of the video. Thanks for watching, subscribe to my channel if you're new, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!